Hi everybody, in this givingtext.org video, we're going to give you an entire system overview. We're going to go through and demonstrate all the features and functions of the system of the givingtext.org software, just so you can see how powerful it is and how exciting it is to use. Now, a few things. We're not going to be able to get into every single nook and cranny of the software. We're not going to show you every single feature. There's a ton of stuff built in here. We'd be here for days if we tried to do that. So I'm going to give you the high level. I'm going to show you the important stuff. I'm going to go through really quickly, so hopefully you can hang on to your hats and we'll get going. So here we are on the dashboard overview page. This is the first page you see after you log into the system, and this is where you always start off. So with this in mind, I'm going to walk you through here. This is the email address you use to sign up with your account. This is critical that you keep this up to date. It needs to be an active email that we can communicate with you on, and it's also important if you do reach out to customer service, if you call us or shoot us an email, please let us know what email account it is you signed up with. It makes it much easier to find your account and help you with whatever issues you have. As you can see right below that is your subscription plan. That's what you've signed up for. Here is your givingtext.org phone number. If you want to quickly send a message, you can use that button. If you want to see who's sent you a response, you can use that button. And over on the far right hand side, you can see your monthly credits and your anytime credits, and you can add funds when needed. Just as a quick overview, monthly credits are good. They're part of the recharge system. They renew every month. So if you don't use them, you'll lose them. So just make sure you use those monthly credits every month. Anytime credits, that's additional money you've put into the system. Those are additional credits. They stick around for a while. I think they have a 1-year lifespan. So just make sure you use them before they time out. It's usually about a year, but shouldn't be a problem. Once you start using this system, it's going to go really quick. Now, for first-time users, those who've never been in the system before, I encourage you to click the Start Guide. Here you'll be able to go through adding some additional information about your account, starting to add funds and a credit card so we can get that up and running and get payments set up. You'll be able to pick the phone numbers you want, and yes, you will be able to pick your area code. So if you want your phone number, if you want your givingtext.org phone number to be from a particular area code, this is where you can pick it from. Then we'll walk you through to create a list. It's kind of the first step to get going. You create a list so once you start getting your subscribers and your contacts added, they have somewhere to go. Then we start getting you your keywords. Remember, keywords are one of those really exciting tools that you need to use. It gives you the ability to communicate and segment with people in different ways. Keywords are used to set up autoresponders. Keywords are used to segment people, so they play a critical role. What is a keyword? Well, let's say you have someone text the word give, G-I-V-E, to your givingtext.org phone number. Well, that keyword tells the system, okay, anybody who texts in the word give, I want you to put them in this list and I want you to send them this message. So that's the fast and down and dirty overview of the Start Guide. Here in your account, you'll have your profile, billing, if you need to change your password, if you have any support questions, or if you need to log out. So very straightforward there. So we're on the dashboard right now. Let's get to looking in these a little bit deeper. As you can see, you can send a message. We have new messages. We have saved messages. You can schedule messages. You can review your sent messages. When you get to contacts, we have an entire list section where you can manage and update lists. This allows you to segment people. So let's say you have staff members you want to put on one list. Let's say you have VIP customers on another. Let's say you have prospects on another list. Let's say you have, just regular customers. You can do it any way you want. You can go by people who love pizza, guys who eat chicken, taco lovers. It does not matter. You can segment your list any way you want. It just helps you reach out to them. When it comes to adding contacts, yes, you can upload a list. If you're coming over from another service, we can enable that upload list feature for you, allow you to upload your entire list all at one time. It's easy peasy. We also have a copy and paste feature. You can do them one at a time. You can also create a sign up form for your website, so people don't even need to contact you. You don't even need to talk to them. They can just hit your website and sign up. Now, the advanced section, Keywords. This is where you go for your keywords, your templates that you're going to set up if you're going to be sending out the same messages over and over and again. Voicemail. This is a really cool feature a lot of people don't know, but if somebody actually calls your GivingText.org texting number, we have the ability to pick up their voicemail, and we will convert it over to text and shoot it over to you, so you're never missing any important conversations. We also have an email setting. People don't know this, but we can send out emails to your customers. That's right. It's not meant to be a big bulk blast texting, but once you get somebody in the system, if you want to send them an email follow-up, send them some important information, you can do that. You can manage your numbers, you can set up apps, you can do data insights, you can even become an affiliate and resell this for us. It's all fantastic stuff. Now, one more thing, all the way down at the bottom. Look at that. Download on the App Store. Do you see that down here on the lower right hand corner? Download on the App Store. We have an app that will allow you to access this system online on your phone. So if you don't want to access it over the internet, we do recommend that way. It's usually the fastest, the best, the most efficient, but if you want to do it through an app, we do have it. So let's get started really quickly. Let's just get out there. I'm going to show you how to send a new message. We're just going to fire it out. You click the button, you give the campaign a name. This is just going to be a new message, and we're going to say, thanks for joining. And, you can put anything you want in here, and, I like to try to spell things correctly, of course, and you want to always identify yourself. So, it's always good to say, here's my company name, or, here's the website of that I want you to go visit. You can drop that information in. Another good rule is you want to always insert unsubscribe information. It's that little button right here in the middle. You see it right here. Unsubscribe, first name, referral link, reply stop to cancel. It just gives people a way to get out of the system. Now, here's another really cool feature. Do you see this third button over here right below the text box? Insert first name. This is a really cool feature. Let's say you have the first names of the people that are communicating with you. You click that little button and it'll put their first name automatically in the message. So, and for people that you don't have a first name for, it just skips it. So, it's a great way to personalize your message. Here's another thing. If you want to add a short link for your tracker, this is great. It's a bit.ly link. It's a really easy way to see how many people click on your link. So all you got to do is you jump in here, you type in your URL, your web address, you click the create and insert button, and you're off to the races. You can send yourself a text message, and then if you like what you see, that test message is good, you can go down here, pick your list. Who are we going to send this to? Let's send it out to the volunteers and maybe to the friends. We'll hit the save and continue button, and you're off to the races. Now here's the summary. This always pops up right before the message goes out. It tells you what the message is. You can read it again just to double check it. If you need to edit it, you can click the edit message button. You want to start over, click the delete message button, but it'll tell you here's how many people it's going to. Here's how many credits it's going to use, right? And here's what you have left. It's going to send you a confirmation message. And by the way, if you don't want to send it immediately, you can schedule this. So look, this is fantastic. Let's say you're going to be out for the next week, or you're way too busy over the next month and you want to get a whole month's worth of stuff scheduled. All you got to do is click the button, click the little drop down. Let's schedule this to go out on Wednesday. Let's go down here at the bottom and let's pick a time. Let's go 9 a.m. because remember, you don't want to be texting people late at night. They're going to jump off your list if you start annoying them when they're asleep. So just make sure you send it out at the right time. You'll see it's right there. You can pick your time zone. Make sure you're in your time zone for when you're communicating with people, and then you click the send campaign button. It is that easy. The message goes out. Now let's go up here and let's look at a couple of these things. If you go to your saved messages campaign, you can see all the different events that you've saved and have not sent. If you come up here, you could go to your scheduled messages and you can drop down and see all the messages. There's the new message we created. It's going to go out on Wednesday. There's 3 subscribers on that list. It's a fantastic way to look at it. And then the sent messages. Once you send a message out, if you want to know if it went out, this is where you go. You go send messages, sent messages, and it'll show you all the recently sent campaigns. It'll tell you which one it is and what time it went out, and you're off to the races, so you know your messages were successfully sent out the door. So that's a fantastic way to get there. So let's take a look at the contacts. This is my favorite part because this is where you start organizing people. You go to your manage list section, right? This will show you all the different lists you have. In this example, we have one for volunteers, we have one for friends of the nonprofit, we have one for donors, we have one for the 2017 golf charity event, we have one for the staff, we have one for the admin. You can go crazy here. You can pick as many things as you want. You can add in up to, believe 1,000 different lists. Don't quote me on that, but there's a lot of them. You'll have so many lists you won't even be able to imagine. Your head will spin around. But the key is use the list to segment your prospects, your customers, the people you interact with, your volunteers, your friends. It's a great way to make sure that when you send a donation request, you send it out to donors. Or if you have a big charity event, then you want to invite the VIPs, you can segment those people. If you need to delete the list, you can literally check the box and then click the red button. I don't want to do that because I want to keep that volunteer list. If you want to create a list, we're going to create the list now, right now. Here's how it easy is. New list. You just type it in. That's it. That's all it does. And then you hit the create list button and then boom, bang, bing. There you go. The new list is created. You can add some more people, but let's go up here and let's just take a look at the manage list section. And guess what? It's already in the system. We just created a new list. That's how easy it is. Now, let's say we want to add contacts. This is really easy. You can upload contacts. If you're going to upload contacts, you want to click that button and you're going to use a CSV file. It's got to be a Windows format CSV file. That's what uses the best. So when you go there, that's what you're going to click. You're going to pick your file. You're going to just check the box that confirms that all of your subscribers have opted in. You're going to click the upload CSV file. And guess what? You're off to the races. If you're not sure how to set up your file, look up here on the right-hand side. See the monthly credits section? Right below there, we have a download of a sample file. If you want to make sure your file uploads right, download that sample file, pop that puppy open, put your data in there, and use that to upload to the system. You'll be off and running in no time. It'll solve you a ton of headaches. But now let's say you want to copy and paste. Let's say you have 3 or 4 or 5 names that you want to dump in. Well, guess what? You can copy and paste them right here. All you got to do is you type them in this format. So if you're going to drop in somebody's name or somebody's email address and their phone number, all you need to do is use a comma between them. So if you're just going to do a phone number, you can type it in with dashes, with parentheses. The system will strip all that out and add it just perfectly. You just literally type it in there, and then right here you tell them what list you want to add them to. And then once again, you got to check the box to say, hey, all of these people have decided to opt in. You create the subscribers. It'll add them to the list, and bing, bang, boom, you're off to the races. Now, here's what it looks like one more time if you're going to go one at a time. Here we go. It allowed us to upload a single subscriber. You drop in their mobile number. You can add their first name, their last name. And remember that email function I mentioned? If you drop in their email address, you'll be able to do that right there. Then you can pick what list you want to add them to. You click the create subscriber button, and lo and behold, you're off to the races. Now let's take an even deeper look. That's adding contacts. We built a list. We've added contacts to it. Now let's go to look at all of our contacts. These are all the contacts you have in the system. As you see, they're all listed out. You got their names. You got their email addresses. If you want to move them between lists, you can use this little link down here at the very bottom left-hand side where you can check the box of a handful of people and move them around. Do whatever you want there. It's a great way to manage people. But that's not all. When you're in this section, you can get to your all responses. So here's a way to get to it. You go contacts, all responses, or better yet, you click this button right up here on the top right hand side. You click the all responses button and the system will take off, and the next thing you know, there you go. There's your responses. You'll be able to see all the people who've texted in. You'll be able to see their phone numbers. Here's a cool feature. If you want to chat with them, see this little individual reply? You click that individual reply button and boom, you'll be able to chat back and forth with them. See how that looks? Isn't that amazing? It's just like a chat feature. Now let's say you want to get details about this person. You can click on that. That's where you can add a first name, a last name. You can add an email address. And oh my gosh, if you want to email somebody, the little green the little green envelope, there you go. You can email to them. You can shoot them an email and communicate offline as well. Now, here's a couple other features. Look all the way over on the right. See the yellow button? That's the unsubscribe button. If this person doesn't want to be on their list, you don't want them on your list, click the yellow button. We'll take them right on off. If you want to drop a note in, the green note section, that's a perfect way to just put a quick note. Is this a high priority target? If you're sharing this system with somebody, you can leave notes about who they are and what you've done. If you want to get them off your list and you want to remove all of their responses, you literally click that red button. So again, the yellow button unsubscribes them from all your lists. The red button just takes their responses off this page. So there's a very big difference. So just make sure if you click the yellow button, they're coming off of every list. They're coming out of your system. You won't be able to message them ever again. If you just want to get rid of the view, you don't like that they're texting you garbage stuff, you can just click the red button. Now, here's a very, very important button. See this light blue exclamation point. This is our unsubscribe due to profanity. If somebody's swearing at you, I know it happens, guys. Look, there's hundreds of people out there. They're a little cuckoo. You don't want to deal with them. So what do? You click the unsubscribe due to profanity. If they start threatening you, if they start throwing out swear words, if they start saying they're going to hire legal counsel and sue you and all that other stuff, and you know everything you're doing is on the up and up, use that little light blue button. Click that little light blue button. It flags us for our administrators. It allows us to keep a little extra eye on them just to make sure they're not creating problems for other people. It'll go ahead and unsubscribe them from the list, but this is a fantastic part of the system as a way to manage people. So once again, if you want to unsubscribe them due to profanity, use the blue one. If you want to get them off their commentary, off your all responses page, just use the red garbage can. If you want to leave a note, use the green button. If you want to unsubscribe them, use the yellow button. If you want to send them an email, use the green button. If you want to drop in more detail, that dark blue button works. And hey, if you want to text them like you're having a little chat sequence going, these individual replies, use that blue button. And hey, by the way, that blue button is only available when you're using long codes. So if you have a short code and you're at a competitor platform and you're texting from a short code, a 5 or 6 digit number, you will never be able to do this. You can't do this individual reply feature with a short code. Isn't that crazy? That's why you need to use a long code. That's why you need to be with givingtext.org, that individual reply feature. So here we are. We've gone through how to send a message. We've gone through doing a list. We've gone through adding contacts. We've gone through looking at your responses. Now let's look at the advanced. Let's set up a keyword. Remember, we talked about keywords. You wanted to do an autoresponder. Here are some keywords we've already set up. We're going to do one. It's going to take us 2 minutes. We're going to create a new keyword. This new keyword is going to be money. We're going to use this for people who are going to send you your money, and we're going to say, hey, thanks for donating, right? I mean, that's what you want to do, right? Thanks for donating. If I can spell right, THANKS for donating. That simple. Remember, you wanted, once again, spelling errors. There we go. Thanks for donating. You want to double check that. Anyways, thanks for donating. That's going to be your message. You can put in, again, you can add in unsubscribe information. You can add in their short link tracker, right? You can do all that stuff. Let's go ahead and decide what list we want to add them. Well, these are donors, so we're going to add them to the donors list. We're going to see this down here, single reply only. We're going to check that so they only get this message once. When they text in the keyword money, we hit the create keyword button, and boom, your keyword's created. It's that simple. Now, here's the cool part. Now it's going to say, great, let's do a follow-up message. If you want to do an autoresponder, you want to put together 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 different messages to follow up with these people day after day after week, this is where you do it. We have one group, they've built in an autoresponder that goes on for 90 days. They send them one message every week for 90 days. They went ahead and built this. I'm going to show you how it works. 2 days after signing up with that keyword money, we're going to send them an email at 8:45 in the morning, and we're going to say, did you get my message? That's it, right? Obviously, I'm keeping this short and sweet. You're going to add in something a lot more exciting. You're going to send them information. You're going to send them a link to your YouTube video channel. You're going to send them a link to your website. You're going to send them another link to your Donate Now page. You're going to send them a link to your volunteer page. You're going to be able to go anywhere you want to drive these people. A blog post, an important news article, to a write to your senator campaign. You can send them that link. You'll drive them to that web page so they can take an action. You'll merely click the submit button and it's off to the races. Now what's going to happen is, see these follow-up messages down here on the bottom? There it is. It pops right up. There's the autoresponder. If you want to add more, use this green button over here on the right. If you want to edit it or delete it, you can, under this action section on the right hand side, you can edit those. And again, you can add in dozens of follow-up messages. It's a super simple and easy way to go about doing this. Now I'm going to show you one last thing before we go. I know there's a lot of things we haven't touched base on, but this will get you going. This last thing is managing your numbers. One of the cool features about givingtext.org is you can manage your rotating numbers. What that means is you can have more than one number in the system. And this is where you go to pick it. You go out, you can release selected numbers, you can allocate numbers, you can check an area code, you can drop in a specific message, see if it's available, cherry pick the numbers that you want to see. This is a fantastic way to do it. Again, one of those advanced features. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. We're going to shoot another video later on, but as far as overviews go, this is the great way. Remember, you're always going to start on the dashboard page. You're going to be able to send from there. You're going to be able to view responses. You're going to be able to contacts. You're going to manage your lists. If you need to upload a list, you need to set up keywords, you can do it all from the dashboard. So hopefully that gives you a great overview of how the givingtext.org system looks, how it works, and we hope to have you as a subscriber soon.